Hi, this is Tara from 1700 and I'm lucky enough to be here today with Nate and Stephen from Anberlin. How are you guys going?
Good, really good.
Very good.
Excellent. Now I have to admit that the first time I ever heard you guys was way back in 2003. I was sick and one of my mates made me a mixed tape to make me feel better, and Cadence and Naive Orleans were on there.
Wow. First record.
Yeah, so that was the first time I ever heard you guys and I didn't even know who you were. I was like, who's this band? They're awesome. You guys have come a long way since 2003. How are you feeling about the crazy journey that you've had?
Good, really good. I mean, it's amazing that we can be here and play in front of so many kids. And just, it's awesome. This is our 5th time back?
Sixth.
Sixth?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6th time back, so yeah, it's crazy for sure.
And of course you've sold out shows all across the country this time round, which is phenomenal because you were here just in February anyway, which were a series of sold out shows again. What's it like to think that you managed to sell out shows halfway across the globe?
That's just, I mean, it's amazing. It's incredible. I mean, like you don't expect it, especially, like I come from a really small town, like 25,000 people. And so the fact is like that I'm on the other side of the whole world,
People know who you are, it's weird.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. And we just realized last night that we've actually played more times in Melbourne than we have in our own hometown of Orlando.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And so like, it's just been crazy. Like this is kind of like our new hometown,
Well,
like.
Welcome to Melbourne.
Yeah.
We would love to have you.
Welcome home. Yes. Say welcome home now.
Well, obviously in and amongst your crazy touring schedule, because you guys seem to just always be on the road.
It's true.
How do you manage to fit all the humanitarian work in that you've been doing recently?
I mean, just we try to fit, like, it is hard, but I just always wanted to be like go into humanitarian work, and then I stumbled into being in a band, and so but it's just we've always been involved with humanitarian organizations, like whether that's like World Vision coming out on the road with us, or different kind of organizations, To Write Love on Our Arms, or we're seeing things like Faceless International. We've always been involved, so it's been great because I mean we feel like that we kind of have a responsibility being there up on stage. We want to make the most of it, and so if we can kind of get out like almost like an agenda of maybe positive change in the world and play a show, like how amazing is that? So it's a lot of fun.
Do you really pride yourself on the live shows that you guys put on?
Definitely. I think we always try and like give it our all, and just have the most fun, and so hopefully that comes across, but I think it's always been that way, no matter how big the crowd is, we just kind of go off and have the most fun as possible.
Yeah.
So it always turns out being a lot of fun.
Because, I mean, like I said, when I first saw you earlier this year, I was stoked to finally see you guys, and you were by far one of the tightest bands I've ever seen.
Awesome. Wow. That's a huge
that's okay. And, those are the reviews that I hear from everyone who does see you.
That's great.
That's good. Yeah. We didn't always used to be that way. So that's nice to hear that.
Well, you're moving up. You come here enough, you'll get enough good reviews, I guess. I was going to ask you about crazy fans. Like I said, my housemate drove all the way to Adelaide, which is a 10 or a 12-hour drive.
That is,
that's wild.
And this
that's
was
impressive.
on Sunday night. He drove back after the gig, so about midnight, drove all the way back to Melbourne so that one of their friends could go to work on Monday morning.
We owe someone gas money.
Yeah.
So, no, he loved it. Do you get crazy fans, or I suppose committed fans, doing things like that?
I think we have some of the best fans ever. I mean, we have fans that do that all the time, and it's crazy. Like, they'll drive like hours and hours, but I don't know if they're crazy, but they're just really good fans. Maybe a little crazy if you're driving that far. In Adelaide, some girl came up to me and she said last time we were here, she followed the whole tour and lost her job because she had to like pay for it, and she said it cost her tons. Flights and everything, and like staying in hotels. She went to every single show. She followed the exact tour. Yeah, so this time she said she was just going to come to one because she didn't want to lose her job, which is fair enough. So.
Yeah.
Wow, so you owe people gas money and a job.
Exactly. We'll hire them.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to touring with bands, I know this is probably a very common question, but how do you go about choosing who you want to work with on those tours? Because it's a big commitment.
It is hard. I mean, it's really hard just because like I don't think there's a lot of bands in our genre. Whether I don't know what that genre is, like what you would call it, but like there's just not a lot of bands that kind of fit. But we think that right now we're out with Academy is, and they're just great musicians. It's a lot of it's a really good music, and so basically like there's two things. I mean, not only do they have to be good musicians, but we have to get along with them, and we've known Academias for a long time, and Christian used to be in a band called Acceptance in the States, and they toured with Academias a lot. So just friends, and then just be really good musicians.
Stay tuned for the second half of the interview with Anberlin. Welcome back. Here I am with Stephen and Nate from Anberlin. We've all changed places just for a bit of fun. Are you guys pranksters on the road?
We used to be, you know, but
We're all old now.
Oh,
It's
you've
no
grown
longer
up.
it's just, you know, it depends on the band. You know, like if
Yeah.
we're out with like Under Oath or something like that, like our friends from back home, then yes.
Yes.
But if you're just still trying to get to know a band, it's a little bit harder to start
Yeah.
pranking them, and they're just like, they don't even know you
Because
yet.
it could end up in a fight. If
Yeah.
You do. You're like, oh,
Like,
we're
I
just
hate
kidding, and then
those
someone
guys.
punches
Yeah.
someone.
Wow.
It could be pretty bad.
Have you been punched by the
No,
bands?
but we've been
had-
close.
We've had some.
We've done some pranks that have warranted punches, but we've been lucky enough not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one right alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want to get you into any
It's a
more
dark-
trouble by the
dark
sound of
past.
it.
Dark past. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
You've been all across the world. Like I keep going on because I just honestly cannot get over how much work you guys do. Where's the best place you've played? Big question, I know, because you've been so
Wow.
many places.
I think some of the best shows that we've ever played have been over kind of in this part of the
Yeah.
world. I
I'd
mean,
say
like,
Australia.
we had a great time in New Zealand. We played Parachutes Festival,
Yeah.
which was massive. Soundwave Sydney and Melbourne, that was like, you know, 25,000 people.
Yeah.
And so
That's
like
nuts.
between those three shows, that's been absolutely the biggest shows we've ever played.
That's
It
why
was
you keep
just
coming
phenomenal.
back.
It is.
know.
No, it is.
Melbourne, look who we've got.
You
all
definitely do.
ours. So is there any festival that you would just die to play on?
I mean, Big Day Out would be
Yeah, Big
so
Day
much
Out.
fun. Like that would be incredible. I mean, especially they have such great bands. You
Yeah.
know? But you know, so that Soundwave was you know phenomenal. Alice in
Yeah.
Chains and Tool
Yeah.
or not Tool. I'm sorry, but 9 Inch Nails. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
so
huge.
either way, you know, either one
Yeah.
of those festivals, we would love to play.
We'll just put some calls in and see what
Yeah,
we can
thank
do
you.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you get to see any of those bands on those festivals that you were playing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I watched 9 Inch Nails a couple nights. It was insane. It was one of the craziest shows I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Because I spoke to a few bands at Soundwave and they were really bummed because their scheduling kind of stopped them from seeing all the bands they wanted
yeah.
to. And they said that was the worst thing about festivals, that
Yeah.
you're playing with your favourite bands and you can't go see them.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
This has been Tara, I still am Tara, for 1700 with Stephen and Nate from Anberlin. Thank you guys.
Sure,
Of course,
thank
thanks
you.
for having us.